What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is March the 19th. I'm going to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and everything else that you need to know for today. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And with that, let's get right to it. So home data did come out better than anticipated, but despite that though, you do see the futures very red, and that has to do with one of two things. One is just Nvidia pulling back, no rhyme or reason, but generally speaking, that has been one of the driving factors that's happening in the broader market. So if that's showing some signs of weakness, kind of is being mimicked across the board. And plus, last minute jitters for the Fed interest rate decision that is coming out tomorrow. So today you will see a lot of volatility, and especially going into tomorrow as well. Starting off though, fear and greed index has been creeping up slightly. So despite the increased volatility in the market, you do see people's appetite for risk has gone up. So kind of interesting to see that component. Starting off with some good old data, SOFI. So SOFI did put out some news saying Galileo expands buy now, pay later solution to include post-purchase options for credit card debt. So I think that's a fairly good thing. Is it a reason to buy SOFI? Not so much. And you can kind of tell that based on just the pre-market. It is down 2.82%. Shorts right now are increasing about 370,000 shares. 18.86% of the free float is being shorted, and that works out to be 172.31 million shares overall are being shorted. So interesting to see that shorts are one of the driving factors for it to go down today. And plus, that's kind of going to be the same kind of scenario across the board with a lot of the stocks I'm going to be talking on. If you are looking at trading it, just watch this $6.81 support to hold. Vice versa, it'll be around $7.50. So a lot of room to kind of go up and down. $7, since it is now below that, is going to be another artificially created options resistance level, if that kind of makes sense. But then again, especially with the Fed interest rate decision coming out tomorrow, like it's going to be crazy volatile. So it could go either direction, well above this 750 or potentially below this 681, so this S3. So let me know your thoughts on that. This company right here, so FUSN Pharmaceuticals, tickers FUSN. This is what they do right here. So you can pause it and read through it, but it is up close to about 100%. And it looks like it is due to it's being acquired by Astra. So pretty interesting stuff for that. As far as shorts, they're increasing a small amount, so 810,000 shares. 13.77% of the free float is being shorted. Cost per hour average is 1.72%. And of course, with it up this high, it's well above a lot of the fib levels. So if you're kind of watching it to trade, just watch the whole numbers as strong support and resistance points. Moving on, have to talk on Nvidia, obviously. So they did have their conference kickoff yesterday, which I feel like it was a fairly good success. I did watch Meet Kevin's live stream of that. I was impressed by it, but clearly some individuals might not. I'm not really sure why, but it is down 2.43%. But if you are looking at trading Nvidia today, then just watch these 2 points. So 823, that's going to be the R1, very strong support. And then 872 will be that next strong resistance. In my opinion, I don't feel like this R1 is going to be touched today unless something completely dramatic does happen. But we'll just have to wait and see. SoundHound, so this one is down a little bit pre-market, despite having relatively good news. So it does say SoundHound to offer on-chip voice AI with Nvidia that delivers the in-vehicle generative AI responses with no connectivity required. So fairly good stuff. I have complained about them in the past, the fact that there has been no news since March the 1st. So I think this is a fairly good sign. The only caveat to this is you do see another director sell some shares. So pretty much all of the SEC filings that have been submitted for this company has just been insiders selling. So kind of crazy. Some people, again, don't seem to care about that, but something to be aware of. So as far as right now, shorts are increasing about 490,000 shares. 13.57% of the free float is being shorted. Cost per hour average is 18.02%, and utilization is 90.59. If you are looking at trading this, just watch this R1. I've been saying this time and time again on a lot of my SoundHound dedicated videos. Watch this R1. So 805 to hold. If it does hold, then yes, it could technically have a nice rebound. And plus, with momentum plays such as this, a good piece of news usually will incentivize buying. So maybe once the market does open, you'll see a rush of momentum investors getting in, causing this to get higher, but again, just watch for this R1 to hold. So Marathon is down about 6% pre-market, so interesting stuff. As far as if you're looking at trading this though, with it at $18.30, just watch this 1852 resistance and then vice versa 1428 support. Very wide gap, so anticipate a lot of volatility, but anyone investing in Marathon already, obviously, I think you're kind of well aware of that. And finally, Super Microcomputer, SMCI. So this is one stock I never actually got into, saw the hype associated to that. So they did recently a offering and it is down 10.74%. As far as this goes, shorts aren't doing all that much, but 8.42% of the free float is being shorted, but you do see some signs of manipulation because cost to borrow minimum is negative, so negative 0.29%, meaning there is a broker out there physically paying people to short Super Microcomputer. And if you're looking at trading this with it at $900 pre-market, 826 will be the strong support, and then 1,000 or just over that is going to be the strong resistance point. So probably just going to stick within this range unless it does gain some momentum and possibly touches this R1, but very doubtful in my opinion. So all in all, I feel like this hype has started to diminish a little bit, so it might actually be pulling down over the next couple of days, of course dependent on data that is coming out tomorrow. So let me know your thoughts on a lot of the stocks I mentioned, as well what other stocks are you watching and potentially why. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe, always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for an account with MULN for $100 at it and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Take advantage of this, link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.